Creating an email account is essential for the completion of this focus group. You will use this email account to interact with me as well as your fellow participants. It's very important when you're creating this email account that you take into account that all the information that you give is accurate, because when you send out the email, this is the information that will be displayed, and it's the first impression that anyone gets. So things like your first and last name. If you're sending an email to an acquaintance or even to someone in a professional capacity, you want to provide your name as clearly as possible, and your username or email address is also important. You don't want to put something like Big Mama 13 or Pookie 14 or something unprofessional like that, because like I said, this is the first impression that anyone will get of you. Next thing to consider is your password. Your password needs to be something that you remember. It is very important that when you create a password that you at least put one capital letter as well as one distinguishing character, such as the pound sign or the money sign or something of that sort. Also, it is important that you put a birth date or a month, date, and year that you will remember. Also, it's important that if you're going to add your mobile number, that you put a number that if you don't want to use your real mobile number, use a number that you frequently use. And the reason why these two aspects are important is because if you ever should lose your email password, the information can be either text to you, or you can use the information that is given below in order to. You can either use your birthday, or it can be sent to an alternate email address in order to retrieve your password. The reason why this portion down here is because it's to weed out any computers or anything like that that's creating a fake email address. It's basically to determine and make sure that you're human. Google has some good terms and service and privacy policies. They say that they will not share your information unless you give them permission to. So by clicking on this, you agree to their terms and policies, and this is a legal binding contract that states that you will not use their services in order to send out spam mail or anything like that. But we'll speak about spam mail later on. I already have an email account, so I will not be creating another one. Um, but here's my email account. It has a lot of stuff in it right now. But as you can see, Google, I have 4,614 messages. Most of them I've looked at, some of them I haven't. But the emails are divided into two major categories. Your inbox are the the um, the identified web accounts that can be identified and that Google has deemed not spam. And the other folder is spam. In the spam folder, you can find all kinds of things, junk mail. It can be anything. So, Google automatically separates the two in order so that it's less likely that you'll get a virus. And you can also spam some emails. And also you see the contacts that I most use over to the side as well. And like with Derek, that's my a former colleague, and you can see his pictures on there. So if you want to add a picture, it will go over here and it'll be your avatar. But we'll talk about that more as the program progresses. But it's essential that you use this first page to create your first email account, and then once you create your email account, then you will be able to send your first email. And we'll get into the to field, the subject field, and the body field later on. And as you notice, in here you don't see the from field. And the reason why you don't see the from field is because as long as you're connected to the email from the internet, then when you send an email, it automatically populates the from field automatically. So that is our tutorial for today. I hope that you understand. If you have any questions, please speak to your instructor. Thank you.